Hello, my gorgeous angels. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Prairie Vintage. My name's Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube, and I use spirit and my intuition and the tarot to communicate energies to you guys, amazing viewers. Today's reading, we're looking at your current situation and how will this situation resolve? Is there anything you're being asked to do specifically to take action in the situation, or what exactly is spirit guiding you to do? So 3 options to choose from today. Very important, you use your own intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether this pile is indeed for you. Only you can do this, all right? So take a look at these 3 piles, and if you've selected a pile that's not resonating, feel free to go check out another pile. All right, so option 1 is this beautiful butterfly. I will hold it up so you guys can take a look. Option number 2 is this beautiful whale. And option number 3 is the amazing yellow birdie. All right. So take a look at these 3 options, and the timestamp will be in the description box and in the pinned comment below. It will take you directly to your pick, and I will see you there. Hello, my beautiful pile 1. You guys picked the butterfly for option 1. We're taking a look at a current situation you have going on right now, and how will this situation resolve itself? Are there any steps you're being guided to do, or any action you're being asked to do in order to get things resolved in whatever situation you're faced with? So please use your intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether or not this is your pile. All right, if this does not resonate, then you can certainly go check out another. And if multiple piles resonate for you, could certainly be that spirit is wanting to give you multiple aspects regarding certain things going on in your life right now. So just take what resonates here, of course, and let us take a look. So we have 25 with blessing to begin. Wow. Or the number 7. Seven's a very positive number. It's all about faith and wisdom, reflection and understanding. It'd be the Chariot in the tarot. Could also be the Tower. I'm feeling passing towers going on in your life, pile number 1. But this is a beautiful card with blessings to begin. So let's go through these cards. Don't take the words literal, okay? We're just reading energy here. So we have Candle. You will be shown the way. Wow. And we have Dragon. Beware of self-delusion. And we have Dog, far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. Okay. We have Resolve, interesting, 68. This period of indecision and inner conflict, this is a period of indecision and inner conflict, and it is time to make a decision. Resolve. Number 14, or the number 5. Okay, we have Keeper of Pleasure, number 8. We have 60, or number 6, with Watchers, Transpersonal. And we have Flourish. And we have the Beginning. Interesting. Blessings to begin, and we have the Beginning. Wow. We have Thief, 24, or the number 6. Can we fit the Thief over here? I think we can. All right. We have number 3 with Archangel Gabriel. We have listen. You're being asked to listen to your inner voice. It's been guiding you to do something or say something, and it's time to act on wisdom. And we have the Eight of Crystals, which is the equivalent to the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Crystals. Okay, so we're going to pull some tarot as well, and we'll ask Spirit for a clear and concise message for beautiful pile 1. How will our current situation resolve itself? What action specifically is pile 1 being asked to take? Exact steps. Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of beautiful pile number 1. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message. And thank you so much, pile 1, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed. Thank you so, so much. One more. Feeling that one there. Okay. So, bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles. And we have we're not reading any reversals, the Page of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, the Empress, Taurus energy sitting here, and we have Three of Pentacles, and we have the Eight of Swords. Okay, just give me a minute to sit here with this energy. I will get into your reading. Okay, beautiful pile 1. This is an interesting energy. So we're not looking at what the problem is so much as how will this situation resolve and what you're kind of being asked to do here. So I do feel as though there's been yourself kind of maybe questioning what exactly you're supposed to be doing, so much so that you're kind of in your head about it and a little bit frozen about which way to go. And so I feel like this keeps you in not taking action. I do not feel as though there's any sort of wrong thing that you can possibly do here, but maybe you're very fearful of doing the wrong thing, so therefore you aren't taking any action here. Okay, so I feel like you've been observing the situation for quite some time. And I do feel as though there's an external factor here that needs to come together as well. So, I mean, you're not the only sort of factor here in making something happen. So either another person or, you know, there's an external entity here that's also needing to come together with you in order to create or to resolve or to move forward, whatever this thing is. So I feel like Spirit, for one, is confirming here with this Empress energy is you have everything it takes here to be successful. Okay, the Empress is divine feminine energy, and she is all the queens in one. So she has every single trait or ability here in order to accomplish something successfully with flourish. And this the most abundant card in the tarot is definitely saying you'd be successful here in this endeavor. Now, divine feminine energy is receptive energy, and it's sitting right here beside the listen card. I feel as though you have been very observant, and I feel as though whatever you've witnessed has been something that has made you question yourself, maybe your ability, or even question, yeah, there's doubt about self for sure, I feel here, but then there's also questioning whether this is something that is going to work out in your favor. So I feel it has been restricting you from allowing yourself to naturally flow with a situation. I also feel as though you might be, I definitely feel like you feel stuck, or like you're repeating I don't know if you're repeating the same thing here, but feeling stuck. I'm getting we'll pull more tarot if we need clarifiers here, but I do feel you looking at a situation and repeating the same thing you've always done. So therefore, I feel you get the same result. So if that means you haven't done anything, then that means you're repeating doing nothing and getting no results here. So I feel like what Spirit is showing here is that shifting your energy towards doing something different, whatever the difference may be, will be successful for you. But you need to get the energy flowing and moving. And you need to try different things here. And the different things you try, they're not going to ruin whatever this is here, but will allow you to either rule something in or rule something out and move on to the next action. I feel like there's fear of doing anything at all. So I do feel there is, a stuckness here. And the only thing Spirit is showing here that could be challenging or I guess ruin whatever this thing is by you staying put, repeating the same thing. That is what will keep you stuck, and then eventually I feel that will lead to something you're not really wanting. So what's with this blessings to begin? Well, I do feel as though divine timing is certainly something that has been in play here, because you haven't been getting all the outcome and the blessings that you've been expecting and wanting to have. Okay, so this is the universe identifying that energy needs to be balanced out. Things need to start to flow. So it could be possible that you've tried certain things and it didn't work, and now there's some hesitancy in doing something. So you stay put, or you try to wait for the perfect time or for some sort of indication that you're supposed to act. And Spirit is saying that now's the time for you to do whatever it is that you feel intuitively guided to do. Okay, I do feel like Spirit is showing you the way here, that you are being, you're being given signs, symbols, synchronicities in order to confirm what it is you're supposed to be doing here. I am going to pull some more cards though, because I'm not quite sure. I am getting an energy here of a disappointing past here, okay? I was getting Tower energy. We see the Thief. I feel as though there's a lot of reservation because of the fact that you've been either let down in this same situation, or with this same person, or in the same circumstance here, or in the past in similar situation, circumstance, you've been let down or things haven't gone very well. So now this causes a complex here. I feel like this causes you to freeze. This causes you to say, I don't want to repeat the same thing that I've done potentially in the past year, or the same experience. So you're extra cautious. And it's great to be discerning here, but I feel like what Spirit is showing is, in order for this to be a journey that is successful and abundant, you have to begin by taking the steps now. That you have everything it takes here to be successful, but you have to show up. And you have to keep at it, but you have to keep moving forward. Do not stay sort of stuck or in your mind about this thing needing to be in a certain way or prove something to you first. I feel like Spirit is saying there's no way you can really screw this up other than just kind of sitting stagnant. Yes. So if you experienced something disappointing in the past with this same situation or something similar, and so now you're cautious because of your past experience, this is what is getting in the way. This is self-delusion here, because I feel like it keeps you telling yourself that there is something to fear, or that there's something that could be repeated that was painful, or that didn't work out, or that won't be ideal in some way, but that is your past experience that you're projecting onto this experience. So you kind of need to let that go. And there's a need for you to choose whatever this is, because although you might feel you want this, whatever this is, to resolve, I feel like you haven't made the active choice to choose this and then do whatever it sort of takes here to get it going. You're kind of on hold here, waiting for, I don't know, like some sort of confirmation or another thing here to reveal itself, but that is not required. Okay, let's pull a little bit more here and see what we see, because I feel I'm seeing only partial what this could possibly potentially be about. So, Spirit, thank you so much for this message. For pile 1, what are the exact steps here then pile 1 can take in this current situation? What are they being asked to do here specifically, Spirit? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 1. Thank you so much, Spirit. What exact steps can pile 1 take right here, right now, in this current situation that's going to help it resolve, move forward, and be successful? Thank you, Spirit. Three more cards, Spirit. 3 more. And we have the King of Pentacles revealing self. So Pentacles showing up a lot. Some of you guys could certainly be about work. We have the 8 of Pentacles here, but I feel like there's something you're wanting to see, actual results, like actual practical results here in your world, and it doesn't seem to be something that is happening. Okay, the World. Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles, and 5 of Wands, and the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so you do want to see something here in a practical way, okay? I feel like you want something that is secure, that's stable, that you can count on. And I feel like what Spirit is showing here is there needs to be a closing of a chapter first in order for there to be movement. And so I feel like the closing of the chapter is in whatever mindset and whatever experience you are holding on to or have in your mind. Because I think there's something in your mind that is still alive. And it's the indecision, it's the fear, it's the experience of the past, or the understanding that you are projecting onto this situation here that's keeping it stuck or keeping it inactive or not allowing it to flow or move. You might have had one experience with this or understanding, and therefore this is your belief of it. And so know this, that things do change. And also all situations, circumstances are different than things that you might have experienced. Great to be discerning, but when we start to expect the same thing, we start to project and experience the same thing. So there's a need to close something out, and I feel this is more mindset, past experience with either this situation specifically, your experience with this person in the past, or something similar that's triggered you to be extremely cautious. So Spirit's wanting you to act on your inspiration here. Any sort of understanding you get, any sort of desire to act, any sort of idea that comes to mind, act on it, okay? With this Ace of Wands, I feel like there's a need for you to start to move forward, and it's going to start with getting inspired certain thoughts you might get, certain ideas that come to mind. This is going to allow you to get moving, okay? But I feel like when you get a thought or when you get an idea to do something, I feel like there's a lot of back and forth and conflict in your mind. And I feel like you might feel by doing this, there would be either confrontation or that you'd have to battle or that you'd have to go through something unpleasant here that you're not wanting to confront. Like you're not wanting to argue with people. You're not wanting to have to compete. You're not wanting to have indifference or arguments here with anyone or conflict. So I feel like this keeps you stuck, but Spirit is saying like sometimes when there is conflict with other people, it allows things to progress. It allows things to move forward. It allows you to put water under the bridge, because I feel like whatever the situation is, it is needing next steps to keep moving, whether it be conflict, whether it be peace and love, whatever the thing is here. We can't stay in the same place, okay? If we stay in the same place here, we're going to fall through this thin ice and keep repeating this figure 8 here. Okay, so there's a need to definitely act, and it's not saying that you're going to 100% experience conflict, but if there is a sense of conflict that comes up, just know that it is required in order for things to progress, in order for things to solidify. Because sometimes when we go through difficult periods with other people or situations, it only strengthens the situation. So there's a need to believe in self with this 9 of Pentacles. Okay, believe in yourself. This is the confidence card with this peacock. And this could certainly be you doubting your own position right now to be successful in whatever this is. I feel like you're doubting it. Then you might not be seeing it. So now's the time for you to be confident in taking steps, little inspired steps that come to you. Take that action. And do not project the worst case scenarios here out into this situation. And I do feel like with the beginning here and the world and this blessings to begin, I feel like we're right at the starting point of something beautiful here that you have not yet been able to experience. Okay, and it could very well, like I said, be because we've been very much stuck in the past or stuck in a situation that hasn't allowed us to be free. So we're going to get final sort of words here from Spirit. Spirit, what does pile 1 need to know in regards to this situation? The exact steps they're being asked to take here in their current situation. Can we get final words? Anything I'm missing? Anything they are needing to know right here, right now, in regards to this current situation, Spirit? Thank you so much. Further clarity, final steps here. 9 of Wands revealed itself. Okay, and I'm feeling that one. Okay, what do we have? Queen of Wands, beautiful Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. We have the 8 of Swords, which we've seen already. We have the King of Wands. We have the 9 of Wands. And we have the Page of Cups. We have the Page of Wands. And we have the 8 of Pentacles right under the 8 of Pentacles here in this childhood, inner child tarot cards here, fairy tale. Okay, so Queen and King of Wands. Are you having to work with another here? Quite possible. Quite possible. And I'm getting a work energy here for a lot of you guys, okay? With the 8 of Pentacles showing up twice and the King and Queen of Wands. But this could certainly be 2 people or a situation in which you're having to really pull your weight. Know when you're supposed to take action with confidence and make things happen, and when you're supposed to sort of allow things to flow naturally with the masculine King of Wands and the feminine Queen of Wands. So there will be a time where things are unfolding, what Spirit is showing and coming towards you, and but there's a need for you to first take action. And there's something coming through very strong about confidence. We saw the Nine of Pentacles, and now we're seeing the King and Queen of Wands, which are the most confident cards we could pull here in the tarot. So I feel as though you might not understand really that you are in a position to be successful here. So it's impacting your confidence and your ability, your understanding of what you can actually pull off here because of whatever you're telling yourself. So whatever limitation you believe is definitely one that's self-imposed here with this Eight of Swords. Okay, it doesn't exist. It's keeping you in sort of a more defensive energy, and it's creating space between you and what it is that you want. So Spirit is showing here 2 communication cards. Okay, there's a need for you to not to be so guarded. Allow yourself to be in this more youthful energy, to explore territory here that maybe you fear, and to be completely open about what it is you want, expressive about what it is you want, show what it is that you're wanting outwardly rather than keeping it inwardly and guarded, because this will allow you to put the work that's required here in order for this to become a thing, for this to become successful. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely a pile of someone who is not taking the steps right now because they feel like they were needing further confirmation, or just to see that they have the ability here to be successful. So if you're trying to come together with working with somebody else, we saw the Three of Pentacles, and like I said, King and Queen of Wands, this could be complementary counterparts here, business partners, or whatever this partnership is here. There's a need for you guys to not limit yourself and hold back on what it is that you're wanting, what it is that you're feeling, what it is that you're like internally sort of telling yourself, because I feel like I feel like you're in a very sort of wait and see energy, and that's what's causing this hang up here. Okay, so this is what I have, pile 1. I hope this resonated for you. If you want to go check out another pile, you can do so, and if not, I will see you at the next one. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile 2. You guys picked the Whale card. Absolutely beautiful. Let's take a look, pile number 2, at this message. So we're looking at your current situation and how will this situation resolve itself? Is there actions you're needing to take? What is Spirit's message for you, and what it is that you're supposed to be doing in order to allow something to move forward or something to resolve? So let's take a look at these oracle cards. I've not looked at them. I do ask you to use your intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether or not this message is for you. So we have Lady of Lhasa descends with 35. Number 8. Okay. And do not take the words literal on these tea leaves. Okay, we're reading energy, most likely. Money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. Tree. Affairs with your family. And mountain. Major challenge to overcome. And we have crown. Honor and respect will come to you. Wowzers. Okay. And we have 41 with power struggle, or the number 5. You may be involved in a power struggle between 2 or more people. And we have keeper of love, number 10. And we have eye of the needle, intentionality, number 17, or the number 8. We have transition, beautiful soul tree. or tree energy. And we have the second chakra with the sacral chakra. We have gift number 17 coming out again. So if 1717, that could be significant for somebody here, or 88. Look up angel number 1717 and see what comes up for your angel number. We have the muse number 15, or the number 6. Okay. We have comfort. How can you bring more comfort into your life? You can increase your comfort through tangible things such as soft clothes and food, and intangible things such as thinking loving thoughts about yourself and inviting peace into your heart. Wow. And then we have card 13, which is in the traditional tarot, it is the death card, Sleeping Beauty, in this inner child fairy tale cards. Sleeping Beauty. Okay, let's pull some tarot. Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2. Can we please kindly get some more information regarding what is pile 2 being guided to do? Exact steps to resolve their current situation. How will their current situation resolve itself? Clear and concise message. Thank you so much, Spirit. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message. And thank you so much, pile number 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed. Thank you so much. We won't read any reversals. We have 5 of Wands. We have 10 of Wands. 2 more cards, Spirit. We have the 3 of Wands. Wow, lots of Wands. Wands are all about passion. Ooh, could be about career. We have the Justice. Okay. Justice, Libra energy. So let me sit with this energy for a little bit, and then we'll see what this message is all about. Okay, so I do feel there's been quite a challenge here. Now, we're not seeing about the challenge so much in these readings. It's more about how this challenge or the situation, this challenging situation, will resolve, and what you can do here to get things to move. So I do feel there's been something here that's been very difficult and heavy for you. Okay, and I do feel it could certainly involve another person here. It's just been very challenging. And I feel like it's been very difficult for you to maintain control, for you to just get going, and which would explain why you're kind of here. I feel like you felt very restricted here in your ability to do anything, feeling very, very stuck. Okay, now we do see the number 13, which is, I didn't say Scorpio energy, but that is coming through with the Death card. And then we have transition. So the Death card is all about transition. Okay, so I do feel like we are transitioning here, whether it feels like we are or not. Certainly there's a transition here. And I do feel as though no matter what sort of you're able to do in a situation here, it just seemed to me like it wasn't successful. It didn't allow there to be success. It didn't allow you to get what it was that you were kind of wanting to attain. So I do feel as though the universe is stepping in here, okay, with this Lady of Lhasa descends, with this Justice card coming in. I feel as though things have been very heavy, and I feel as though there was a need for you to experience whatever it was that you were experiencing here in order for things to unfold in a certain way, for you to transition out of this towards what it is that's supposed to happen here. Okay, now I don't feel as though there's going to be as much resistance or as much challenge here. I feel as though There's a need for you for sure to maintain open. Okay, so if something's happened here that's made you struggle or made you feel like shutting down or made you feel disappointed or like it just wasn't easy to carry, or just it felt like a lot of, yeah, like I see conflict here. Okay, and I feel like it's been heavy to carry it all on your own, or feeling like you have been on your own. I feel like this is no longer the case. Okay, you're no longer having to carry this on your own. And I do feel as though you're coming out of whatever this period has been, but there is a transition period here. And this transition is a time in which Spirit wants you to gain your bearings. Because I do feel like you are being gifted with whatever outcome and desire and hope you're wanting here, but it's not going to come to you right away, because of the fact that there is a little bit of a journey here that's still needing to take place. Now, it's nothing like this struggle you've experienced, but it is one in which you're having to release anything here that's old vibration and allow yourself to transition into this new energy that is receptive energy for when you're ready to receive this. So with this eye of the needle and intentionality, it has to be where we're not sort of still recuperating from our experience here, okay, where we've had time to reflect, or we've had time to recuperate and gain our bearings. And this period of time, I feel like, is kind of a pause. There is a stagnant energy here, and it's happening this way for a reason. Okay, like this is waiting for the ships to come in, looking to the horizon. So this is a much needed sort of pause in between you getting what you want and the difficult challenge burden that you've experienced. But there's a need for you to allow yourself to remain open. Now, because you experience challenge here, I feel like you might still be closed, or you might still experience feeling guarded, or you might still experience that things aren't quite where you need them to be, so you're hesitant. Okay, so there's no need to be hesitant. There's a need for you to just allow yourself to recoup. And if this means physical comfort, then take physical comfort, but it's mostly for your energy to shift. So Spirit wants you to partake in things that you feel passionate about. You know, if you feel passionate about writing or drawing or whatever the thing is here that detaches from this thing for a bit, will allow your energy to balance out. But you'll know when the time is right for you, when you've been recouped enough for you to come back with full intentionality here, which is this thing that's about to unfold here and be gifted to you. Okay, so it is a period of transition. And I feel like at one point you might have thought this would be a huge obstacle, like that nothing would kind of get you to the other side of this. But I feel like the worst of it is over. And now this period of time might be a little bit annoying because we're not seeing any results and we're not quite sure what we're supposed to do. But I assure you, you guys are right where you need to be on this journey, because there's an experience here that you're needing to experience. So you're not having to chase anything. You're not having to do anything. Gift is always about receiving and something coming to you. Honor and respect will come to you. Okay, so I do feel something's coming to you, but you have to be in the open energy to receive. Okay, second chakra, sacral. This is allowing ourselves to be vulnerable, intimate, identifying where we might be in ego, where we might have blocks, where we might be, you know, if we have a block here, we're unable to receive, then the universe can't come in and do what it's supposed to do here. So the best way for us to allow energies to flow is to maybe focus on things here that provide us with comfort, that allow the energy to sort of loosen up here in a way. Okay, so this tree says affairs with your family. This is all about, trees are all about health and stability and security. So I feel like there is something very, very secure here for the long term that's that I feel is part of this outcome that you're wanting, you know, and I feel like Spirit is showing that there is something here that could be abundant for the long term, okay, that could be very secure for you. And the whole process here of this journey is this tree growing, okay, because I mean a tree takes time to grow, doesn't instantaneously just become this solid tree. So part of this journey requires ups and downs, and sometimes it requires us to completely allow the tree to do what it needs to do. And I feel like this is saying, hey, focus on something other than the tree growing. Focus on yourself for a bit, okay? Like, even though this tree might represent yourself and what it is that you're really wanting, there's a need for you to sort of heal from this experience that you had, so that you're geared up and ready for the sort of the next phase here. And I feel like the next phase is something that is very pleasant, okay? Because I don't feel like you've experienced anything very pleasant here in this experience. I feel it's been very heavy for you. In fact, I feel it's been unjust. And this is why this lady of Lhasa, I can't even say her name, Lhasa descends, comes to aid. Okay, now for some of you guys, you might have somebody physically coming, okay, as guidance here, but I feel like this is more representing the universe sort of aligning things to be more balanced, more just, coming to you. Now, I can't help but incorporate this whale as well. The whale is all about, you know, deep, deep feelings, compassion. So I feel like there's a lot of emotions kind of riding on the line here with whatever this is, okay? And so I feel like Spirit understands this. We have Keeper of Love, we have this whale. And so if we're emotionally sort of charged with something here, we might be energetically sort of having a very difficult time during a transition here, in which is much required. So just know that if this feels like nothing's happening, that this transition is you getting past the big obstacles that were imbalanced in whatever this situation is. So this is a much needed point in time here, okay? So let's take a look at some more and see what Spirit wants to communicate to you. Spirit, thank you so much for this message. Can we please see some more exact steps pile 2 is being asked to take here in their current situation? What are they supposed to be doing here? How will this situation resolve itself? Anything further that I missed that pile 2 is needing to know right here, right now, Spirit? Thank you so, so much for this beautiful message for pile 2. We are so blessed. Thank you so much. Too much, Spirit. Way too many. Can we get less cards, Spirit, for pile 2? What is this message about for pile 2? Thank you. We'll pull 6 cards. 3 more, Spirits. 3 more cards. What did I miss? What is pile 2 needing to know right here, right now, in regards to what they're supposed to be doing? 1 more. Okay. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning, manifestation. Okay. We have the Chariot, Cancer energy, forward movement, success. The Empress, all abundant, divine feminine energy, all the queens in one. This is this unconditional love with the Empress, beautiful energy, Taurus energy. We have the Fool. We have the World. So we have Aquarius energy here, and then we have the 6 of Swords. Okay, so let's see what's at the bottom of the deck here. We have the 5 of Pentacles, and under that we have the Hierophant. Not reading reversals. Okay, more Taurus energy. So this Hierophant's giving me this tree energy, affairs with your family. Hierophant, our values, tradition. This is you know, what we want to commit to, you know, long-term commitments that we have. So I feel like with the Five of Pentacles here and this right by the Six of Swords, we've been experiencing kind of the crappy end of the deal here. I feel like things have been imbalanced, okay, which is why I was saying like the Justice card was coming out, bringing balance to you. But there's a need here. This is all this transition. This is, you know, card 13 in the tarot. Like I said, the Death is all about transitioning. Okay, this is transformation, transitioning out of whatever energy you were in order to move towards calmer waters here, okay? Which is here all abundant, unconditional love. This is the most abundant tarot we could possibly pull, but there's a need for there to be closure. And the closure is whatever it was that you've experienced. Whatever you experienced was much needed here in order for things to flow, for things to progress, for you to have success. Okay, and the Chariot is all about taking whatever didn't work and anything that is challenging and still able to integrate that into how we move forward so we could keep the Chariot upright. Okay, because the Chariot isn't a smooth ride all the way through. There's difficulties we might encounter, but we're having to keep the Chariot upright. So I feel like you definitely have the ability here to pull this Chariot, to have success through this, but there's a need for sure to close out anything of past experience situations that left you feeling very drained, left you feeling very heavy, left you feeling like, yeah, like things weren't going to be successful. So there is a new beginning. These are both about new beginnings. Okay, and I feel as though Spirit wants you to enjoy a new beginning here when you are refreshed, when you're capable of exploring what this is. And Spirit knows when the universe jumps in here in order for things to actually get manifested here for you to be kind of pulling the trigger to move forward. Okay, but in order to pull the trigger to move forward, there has to be a closing out of old energy. With the World here, this is complete closure here and successfully closing the door on an old chapter that is no longer relevant to our now progress, okay, and moving out of this. So I feel a lot of transition here. This is like incubating for the new, moving out of Five of Pentacles, moving towards abundance, towards your full sort of power. And this is what's happening right now, okay, this transition period, but things are moving. Okay, this is, even though things aren't technically in movement, the situation is moving forward because this is a much needed spot in the journey in order for things to shift, in order for things to close out so that new things can come in. And so Spirit is also showing you'll know when there's a need to take action. It'll be very obvious to you because things will be manifested in front of you. There's no need for you to concoct or create anything. You'll just be required to take action when the time's right and to trust the universe, like this Fool. Just take a leap of faith, but it will be in front of you. The universe will guide you through this, will come forward here with whatever this is. And then there's a need for you just to kind of take a jump. Okay, but this much needed transition is required here in order for you to gain your bearings, in order for you to fully come out of any lower state energies, because I feel like whatever you've experienced has been very challenging here. It wasn't quite what you had wanted, and you were on the opposite end here of the deal. I feel something very unjust or imbalanced. Okay, and so I feel like you feel you're at a mountain, like a big obstacle in your way, but there is no obstacle here except for having to go through this transition so that the universe, again, can gift to you. I'm getting Ace of Pentacles here. Manifest this new beginning. Okay, so final words here, Spirit. What is Pile 2 needing to know about their existing situation and exact steps that they're being asked to take here? Spirits, how will this situation resolve? Final message here for beautiful pile number 2. What are they needing to know? Clear and concise message. Thank you so much. We'll pull 2 more. And 1 more. Okay. We have Judgment. Yes. So when we have Judgment, We then can either accept truths and look at situations. Okay, this is like the awakening. This is the karma card. And we can close things out with the world, or we can go straight into Fool and repeat a cycle. So I feel like what Spirit is saying is like this period is for you to gain a full understanding here, okay? And that karma is in play here. And so you're going to take whatever information, whatever epiphanies and realizations you're having in this period of transition in order to make the right decisions, which is closing out the world, okay? And we close out the world in order to have new beginnings. But if we don't go through this step of transition, if we don't do the full process in judgment, we can go straight into a Fool, repeating old past patterns and habits, which I don't feel you're wanting to do, nor is this what it's showing. It's showing you're now in a position of judgment. This is a pause here in which you're having to really reflect so that the new can come in and that you can make wise decisions based on your experience. Three of Swords. I think you have experienced loss. Okay, and I feel like Spirit is saying you don't want to experience burdens and heaviness. This is why you're in this transitional period, so you can understand and see truths for what it is. You know, if you've experienced pain or separation or loss, you can sit with this and understand what's caused this feeling, what's caused this loss and this separation. You have Strength, yes, to build your courage, your strength to pull through here, face any fears maybe that at one point might have held you back, okay? And having to know when it is time to sit back and reflect and when it's time to move forward. And right now is the time to hang back. Queen of Cups, that's this energy. Again, okay, beautiful Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Lots of love, lots of compassion. I feel like you have a lot of emotions here. And here's the justice that you're wanting, okay? So justice is coming for you guys. The balance is coming in. I think you've experienced heartache. You've experienced Five of Pentacles. You're being asked to hang back. There's no need for you to feel like you have to keep on going on in order for things to resolve. The balance, the justice is coming. You just need to control yourself in a way that allows yourself to reflect, that allows yourself to accept whatever's gone on here. And remember, Spirit's showing here for you to focus on things here that maybe takes your mind off of what you've experienced here, you know. And if you have to have a spa day or engage in things here that give you more comfort for the time being, allow this to be the case as the universe comes and corrects the energy here for you and brings in this justice, okay? So you have judgment and justice. Like, it's due time that karma comes in and straightens things out, especially if you've been on the wrong side here of something that was unjust, okay? So enjoy this break. Do not fear, is what Spirit is saying, and things will certainly work out in your favor, okay? You are being gifted this beautiful opportunity for a new beginning here towards what you want. You just have to understand that sometimes a transition is much needed in order for you to be in the right energy, okay? So this is what I have, pile number 2. If you're drawn to another pile, I will see you there. If not, then bye. Hello, my gorgeous yellow birdie group. Pile number 3, you guys picked the yellow bird. Beautiful. Let's take a look at the pre-shuffled oracle cards. I've not looked at them. We're looking at how will your current situation, the situation you got going on right now, resolve itself. Are you needing to take any actions? What are you needing to do? The exact steps of what Spirit is suggesting that you do in this situation, or how will this resolve? So use your intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether or not this is indeed your pile. We won't be looking too much into what the challenge or the situation is so much as what you're needing to do or how this will move forward, if at all, okay? So we have above you the Lantern Dancer, card number 1, beautiful. And do not take the words literal on these tea leaf cards. We're reading energy only. We have Claw, be careful, do not take risks. And we have Clouds, temporary problems. And we have Tankard, celebration, fun, and enjoyment. All right. We have hidden treasures, number 9. You have brilliant, untapped potential just waiting to be explored. Okay. We have transformation, number 27, or the number 9 coming out again. 9 is all about fruition and completion and fulfillment. 9 is the hermit, and it can also be the moon. And this is the moon card in this pack. So moon coming out. Moon is also about hidden sort of things in the subconscious. Okay, let's keep going. We have 62, or the number 8, with Will-o'-the-Wisp. Treasures hidden in the shadows. More hidden in energy coming through here. Okay, we have teach with this soul tree. Beautiful. And we have inner voice. Look at that. Wowzers. I'm getting heavy subconscious energy. 18 with the child, or the number 9 coming out again. So we have 3 9s. 999. Child. Okay, I'm going to put that there. We have the 3 of forces, the bird's nest. This is equivalent to the 3 of wands. And we have give. One of the best feelings we can experience is giving to others. When we do so, we feel lifted up and our lives improve greatly because of someone else's happiness. Think of one way you can give to another today. And worth. You're being asked to honor your worth. It can be so easy to feel that we aren't good enough or worthy of happiness. This simply isn't the case. However, you are worthy and you have inherent value. It's time to cherish yourself and see your true worth. And we have the 9 of wands in this inner child fairy tale tarot pack. All these butterflies. 9 of wands. If some of you guys were drawn to pile 1 with the butterfly there might be a message for you. I don't know because I haven't read this yet, if there's any semblance, but there might be something here for you in pile 1. Okay, so let's see what does pile number 3 need to know in regards to how their situation will resolve itself and exact steps they're being asked to take. Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good. A beautiful pile number 3. Sorry if I called you 1. Pile 3. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 3. Spirit. And thank you so much, pile 3, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I am truly blessed. Thank you so much. So I'm not reading any reversals. We have 7 of Pentacles. What else, spirits? More information, please, kindly, for pile number 3 right here, right now. We have this one, which is the 2 of Cups. And we have the 7 of Swords and one more. We have the High Priestess. Interesting, with all this hidden energy. We got High Priestess. Pisces energy. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Swords. Under that, 5 of Pentacles. I don't read it in reverse for today. So 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. This isn't a very good energy. Heartbreak, separation, sadness. Okay, so let me sit with this and see what's happened here. Or I guess what you're being asked to do. 9 of Wands. Okay. Okay. This message is kind of very simple, okay? I feel like you want to do something and you want something to be successful and move forward. Like, that's what you want, and it's not. But it's okay. Okay? It's okay. And why it's okay here is because it is going to move forward. You're just experiencing what you're needing to experience here, and I know it's not pleasant at all. Okay, we have 7 of Swords right by the High Priestess here, so this could mean we're on the not knowing side You know, and it could be that we're the odd man out. We're not being informed. We're completely in the dark. And I feel it's this way on purpose. Okay, and I feel like you're experiencing uneasiness here. Okay, it's not good, and I feel like you're invested and you've put in a lot of your time and your energy, and you're being asked to maintain this energy, that all is not lost, but to have a receptive sort of energy here that's able to still be open to give and still be identifying your own self-worth. And this is a very difficult sort of lesson here, but I feel like this is the one you're learning. How do we not get taken advantage of so we know our self-worth, but how do we walk a line here of still allowing ourselves to be open with giving unconditional love here? Okay, so I do feel there could be definitely another person involved in this situation. So this could be a partnership here, okay, with somebody here who you're learning about boundaries. You're learning about a give and take. You're learning about yourself, but I feel like you want a certain cohesive balance between you and this person. Could be, again, the situation that you've been giving to. Okay, doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship, but I do feel like there is something you've been pouring your best into. Okay, and I'm seeing moon, and lots of moon energy. So I don't feel like you're seeing the truth about what this is, because you're not meant to see the truth about what this is right now. I feel like everything is transforming as it should, and that we see the key and the keyhole that you are going to be seeing what you need to see when you need to see it at the right time. But this process is one of healing. This process is one of experience with this snake, of learning boundaries, of learning how to heal, of learning our self-worth, of learning about ourselves, okay? And so how to protect ourselves, how to give to ourselves, how to give to others, how to not be taken advantage of, how to, yeah, like lay boundaries here. I feel like you're transforming. And I feel like the situation is transforming. And underneath all this, there is a treasure. And I feel like with this treasures hidden in the shadows, hidden treasures, like I couldn't write it better myself. There is definitely something here that is your treasure, okay? But it is hidden because it is not time yet for this treasure to be revealed. There's a need to listen to inner voice. There's a need to listen to our intuition. There's a need for us to learn lessons. There's a need for us to understand where we might be deceiving ourselves, to understand how our mind works, to understand when it's time to trust in the universe, trust in our intuition, how to allow ourselves to accept things here, and how to, yeah, just there's a lesson here that's going on here that I feel is happening exactly as it should. So there's nothing really you're supposed to be doing other than, I was going to say, suffering, really, at this point. But the suffering causes the lessons. The suffering causes us to heal certain parts of ourselves. It teaches us experiences here. I feel like there's inner child wounding, and there's a need for you to understand that when we experience unpleasant things, it's for a reason. And the only thing you're needing to do is learn from what that is. Because we could keep experiencing pain and keep repeating pain if we don't understand what the lesson is. If we start to lie to ourselves and tell us it's something other than what it is. So, Spirit is saying, learn to trust your intuition. Learn to trust that there's certain things you don't know or don't see. Learn to put healthy boundaries in place if it's not reflecting your self-worth. Know what a balanced give and take is. Allow yourself to be open to give without any expectation. That's an important one. What are your intentions? If we're giving because we're expecting something, then that's not the right way to be giving. We need to be giving because there is a need to feel good to give. Okay, and sometimes it's a lesson in learning this, and that's what the hidden treasure is, when we finally see that piece of information, when we finally experience that understanding. Okay, so there's something here that you're finally needing to experience, you're finally needing to click, to understand it, and this is going to come in time. There's no pressure here, but there is a need for you not to be in delusion, or to see what you want to see, or to tell yourself certain things because you believe it, although there's no sort of evidence of it. Now, how do we do this? Because our intuition is also things we can't see. So what's fear? What's intuition? What's wishful thinking? What's intuition? What is the right thing to do based on experience? And what is, subconscious fears stemming from childhood wounds that we're acting out? All of this stuff is intertwined in one big ball. How can I give you exact steps? I can't. All I can tell you is what's going on here, and maybe this will provide some solace here to you, is that we might have not have been very honest with ourselves in regards to what we've experienced, as a child here, and wounding and things that we'd have to catch ourselves. And it's hard when we're acting out of subconscious because it's an automatic response. It could be we're protecting ourselves, and so we do things out of instinct. We sabotage out of instinct, or we just, wow, that was loud. Did you guys hear that? I heard a saw out there. So yeah, we act out of subconscious. So we could be pushing people away, we could be saying things we don't mean, we could just be very hurt, and then therefore we become very defensive, and then we think, well, this is my boundary. But are we putting up healthy boundaries, or are we defensive because we expected some sort of outcome that didn't happen? So I feel like there's a situation here that's requiring a lot of you right now, okay? And you're giving a lot of yourself, and you've put in a lot. And there might be fear that, what if I'm giving to something here that isn't going to be fruitful? And Spirit is saying, well, then trust your intuition and trust Spirit. Okay, if you're giving to a situation with an expectation of something here, then you will be disappointed. And because I feel like there's a fear here that's looming about, that's driving maybe your actions. And maybe you're not wanting to be honest about what your intentions are, or why you're doing what you're doing here, okay? But you're needing to really look at all of this with a very open, clear sort of understanding. And understand that you won't see certain things that are external to you, other people's intentions. No, you won't see this. You have to listen to your intuition. You'll have to lean on your experience. You'll have to set up boundaries if it's not reflecting what you know that you deserve. But we have to be acting out of catching our own sort of subconscious triggers, catching ourselves when we're reactionary, acting out of the subconscious. So Spirit doesn't want you sort of acting out of the subconscious, okay? Because I feel like there's a lot of triggers happening here. Getting upset, doing things because we think it's our intuition, but really we're just getting triggered. Putting up boundaries, but really we're just being defensive. Telling ourselves one thing, but really another thing's going on, and we're not listening to our inner voice, and it causes more heartache, more pain, more suffering. Meanwhile, there's still this beautiful treasure that's hidden in the shadow, which is the answer, the solution. Okay, so you are safe, pile number 3. You are loved. And you're being asked to do this for a very specific reason, because I do feel there is treasure on this other side here. But you have to question your intentions, and you have to question what you've experienced, and you have to question whether it's your intuition that's coming through or if it's fear. You have to question where things are balanced. You have to question how you are showing up. Okay, now put a lot of the looking internal, okay? Don't put a lot of the looking external. I wouldn't be saying this person hasn't, and this situation has not, and that external thing hasn't, and this has not. That's all external. We have to say, how have I? What did I? How can I? What did I do last time? What has this resulted for me? Me, and more me. So that I know if I'm being fair, if I'm being just, if I'm coming to the table here not what other people are doing or what other people can give or what other people are doing, okay? That's not going to help you. Pile 3. So this is the lesson we learn, and this is the transformation we make, and then we become stronger, and we become more confident, and we identify where we're acting out of shadow. And as we do this, more of the situation becomes revealed to us. Okay, but we heal throughout this process, and it's painful. It's very painful. And we might think other people are lying or deceiving us in some way. And it could be that we just don't see the truth for a reason. And maybe the intentions aren't to deceive, but the experience here is for you not to see for a very specific reason. And I know that sucks. And it's not that spirit wants to torture you. It's that spirit is saying the only way we learn sometimes is through going through experiences that could be scary or could cause pain. Because when we then experience the opposite, we absolutely understand it in and out. We'll see the reason why. Okay, there's a reason why for everything here. It's kind of like, you know, if we're supposed to be coaching people who suffered addictions, we have to know what it's like to have an addiction or to have had. Same idea. In order for you to fully understand something here, you're having to experience it fully, okay? And yes, it sucks. And yes, it sucks, especially if you feel you're in the dark. But the more in the dark you are, the more fear it stems. And then the more fear it stems, the more from your subconscious you're acting. So you need to just know when you're acting out of subconscious and reactionary. Keep asking yourself, am I giving the best version of myself without, you know, I don't know, like if you have traumas, you might feel as though you have to give. And there is a trauma that, you know, we might have to feel like we got to give in order to be accepted. Are we doing this? Or are we giving because we have no expectation here? Okay. Because again, when we give, we're giving out of the goodness of our heart. We're not expecting any sort of outcome. We're not setting ourselves up to be disappointed in an experience here. So Spirit, can we see a little bit more, a deeper layer into what does pile number 3 need to know about this? So we have 6 of Swords and Justice, 10 of Cups, and Knight of Swords. I'm going to pull 4 more here. Why is this 6 of Swords here, Spirit? What is pile number 3 needing to know exact steps right here, right now, in the situation that they're needing to take for the situation to resolve, Spirit? Why is this 6 of Swords here, right now? What am I missing? 4 of Swords. Why is Justice here, Spirits? King of Wands, the Hanged Woman. I will flip that around because I'm not reading reversals. And then why is this Knight of Swords here, Spirit? Death. Okay. And Ace of Pentacles, 5 of Wands under that. Libra energy and Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, and Pisces coming through. Okay, so you are coming out of whatever state of disappointment here, slowly but surely. This is a journey, okay? This is a journey, and it's a journey of suffering here. And it's a time of reflecting. It's a time of understanding ourselves. So there's a lot here with Swords. So I feel like there's a need to learn lessons. There's a need to ask self-questions. There's a need to sit with the pain, the 3 of Swords that we were seeing there, and accept some truth. Okay, Ace of Swords is all about truth, understanding a truth, walking, talking a truth. And because of all this moon energy, we might not be honest with ourselves. So we're needing to always remain honest, integral, and clear about our intentions. Okay, so we got to keep kind of course correcting back to center, meaning what is my truth? You know, not get carried away here, in order for things to keep moving and for you to get out of turbulent times. This will bring in balance. This will bring in justice. Okay, this will bring the right things, but we need to always, like I said, stay to center in order for things to be balanced, because we can slowly start to tip the scales one way if we're not catching ourselves. Now, you guys could certainly be dealing with somebody here. I feel this King of Swords energy. Okay, this could certainly be somebody here who you're feeling maybe is like, this is the only sort of yellow card here. Everything else is kind of blue. So I don't know if maybe you're dealing with someone here who just seems like they're in their own little world, doing their own thing, doing what's best for them, and you're feeling kind of, I don't know, like left out, or I don't know, like I just feel like there's a disconnect here from you and whoever you're dealing with, or like this person is not really too concerned with you, but more concerned with what they get for self, you know, and maybe you're trying to find balance and justice between you and this person or this situation so that you guys can kind of have better balance here. And so Spirit is saying that this could certainly be where you're trying to gain the balance in this treasure to make something happen. But there's a need for you to reflect and to sit with Spirit and yourself to understand things from a different perspective that'll allow you to see things differently than maybe how you have been. So if you're feeling let down, if you're feeling discouraged because of an external thing or person that's done something, then Spirit is saying, sit with yourself. Don't keep focusing on what that person did or did not do, or that external thing resulted in this or that. It's all about self and what you've come to understand about self, that there is, and there goes my email confirming. So yes, something within yourself needing to be reviewed, something you need to sit with, definitely getting clear about and the truth. Okay, not who this person is or what they did or what they want or what they can do for you or any of that stuff. That's all external. You can't control any of that. There's a potential here of a 10 of Cups, because I do feel like you want a coming together to find balance, to find this emotional happiness. This is the emotional happily ever after between two people and finding cohesion and balance. Okay, but I feel like there's a need for you to reflect on the lessons. And I feel like there's a need for you to be able to hang on to the truth once you see it clearly, once you get your downloads from Spirit, once you reflect and know whatever truth you know, to be able to have the right conversations. This Knight of Swords doesn't shy from confronting things. You can have the right conversations around the truth. He confronts things. He doesn't hide. Okay, so maybe we're needing to sit with our subconscious. We're needing to then understand things in a way that we can step forward here. And this is what's going to cause the transformation with this death. So everything that's no longer allowing things to be balanced, things that aren't working, things that are old, no longer serving you. We need to clear the playing field to make way for the new. That's what this death card is. This is spiritual transformation. Change who we are. We might have to completely do a 180 here on our own mindset in order to have things change, for things to die out, for things to completely shift. We might have to confront certain aspects with the truth that we might have not have wanted to do in order for things to completely change, in order for things to manifest here for us, okay? New beginning. We can only have a real new beginning in a practical way once we put away all the old stuff that no longer serves us, that we no longer are dealing with old energies and old ways of being. So I feel like you could be, I don't know, like really stuck with the conflict. Okay, you could be really stuck with looking at the external actions of another, and your mindset could be really hung up on that rather than sitting with self, sitting with your subconscious, looking at your own actions, your own intentions, your own boundaries, your own transformation. Okay, how do you protect yourself? How do you give unconditionally? How do you understand your own self-worth and your own value? And then once you understand these lessons, you can put the old behind you and move towards new beginning, because I feel like there is value here that could be had. There's a 10 of Cups potential here that's on the table, but there's a journey and a lesson. So do not make any rash decisions or actions. Do not say things rash unless you've thought it through. okay? Because it could be coming from your subconscious, which is a lot of trauma and blocks. So you're experiencing temporary cloudiness. You're in the dark temporarily. Spirit is saying that too shall pass. Clouds will pass. Let's look at a final sort of layer here that Spirit wants you to know. Anything that I've missed, anything that pile 3 is questioning regarding their situation, Spirit. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of beautiful pile 3. What are the exact steps they're being asked to take here in their existing situation? Spirit, clear and concise message. Final words for beautiful pile 3. What are they needing to know? What have I missed? And what sort of questions do they have here in regards to the next steps? So, 8 of Wands. There will be a breakthrough. There will be movement. Okay, that's beautiful. That's communication. There will be communication. Queen of Swords. Yes, you're needing to get clear about self. You're needing to get honest. You're needing to see things clearly. You're needing to set boundaries. 8 of Cups. Walk away from anything that's not emotionally fulfilling. Understand where you're engaged with your emotions that aren't bringing to you happiness. 4 of Wands. Coming together. Reunion. Celebration. And this can also be my twin flame card with the 4 of Wands. That's the 1111. Okay, that's our community of people, celebrations. So I feel like there's communication here, coming together. 10 of Swords, yes. So this is talking about that death card. There's a need for you to put an end to anything here that could potentially keep you stuck to past, keep you uncertain, keep you experiencing pain and suffering. Okay, so we might have to experience an ending that's painful, because when we process certain things and let go of certain things, it hurts. Okay, but sometimes we need to experience this in order for us to gain wisdom, in order for us to grab onto truths. We accept endings, we accept things that are over in order for there to be new beginnings. Now, this doesn't mean the end forever. This is just the end of how things are. You know, we're obviously suffering, experiencing pain. We want to put an end to the way things are so that we can make way for new experiences. Now, this could be experiencing the same thing in a new way, or this could just be having to put an end to this in order to make way for a new experience altogether. Okay, but we have to show the universe that we trust, that we're worthy of walking away from doesn't emotionally fulfill us, and put an end to this and say, I'm clear. I've learned my lesson. I'm going to walk in my truth. I'm going to walk in my understanding of what I deserve. And then the universe brings forward, and you have a breakthrough here in this journey, in this experience, which is exactly what you're needing to learn. King of Swords. Look at that. Queen and King of Swords. So we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Divine counterparts here with the Queen and King of Swords. Complementary counterparts. 2 intellectuals. So this could certainly be a battle of wits here. You know, maybe you and this person see things from your own sort of understanding, and it's causing conflict. But I feel like there is a way forward here. There's a way to come together, but there's a need for you to be able to sort of not be externalizing where the answers are coming from, but your own experience of understanding. Okay, if that makes sense. Princess of Cups. This is the Page of Cups. Apologies. So this could be reconciliation with this 4 of Wands and this communication. So if somebody has done you wrong, they are most likely coming forward with an apology here. But there's a need for you to understand your own sort of experiences. Have we experienced somebody apologizing to us and then repeating painful things? So then we need to lay a boundary and understand an apology is one thing, but, you know, what does that mean? So we have to follow in our experience and our understanding of what truth is in order for there to be a breakthrough here in our experience. Yeah, the Devil in reverse. So we don't want to repeat unhealthy things. We don't want to be held back by unhealthy things here with the Devil. Capricorn energy. So it could certainly be that, I don't know, like someone might make you feel like they have a hold on you in some way here. But as we know, nobody can hold you back unless you're willing to be held back. unless you're not allowing yourself to make moves based on your own truth. Okay, so I feel like there's just an experience here you're having in a situation that's going to eventually iron itself out, but you're really being asked to look at your own actions. Okay, 5 of Pentacles left out in the cold. So I'm not saying you've done anything wrong. All I'm saying is that the only person we can control is ourselves, period. Okay, so yes, if someone's done something wrong, I'm not saying they have not. I'm saying just recognize that if someone's done something wrong, first look within and say, have they actually done something wrong? Or is this an understanding we have? Is this a trigger response we have? Is something in my subconscious making me feel uncomfortable? Why do I feel this way? And then once you understand this, then say, okay, now I can set a boundary here, you know. But we might not see it, and that's why it's our subconscious. We might think that someone's being horrible, horrible, horrible to us, and it has nothing to do with us, and everything to do with just how we're feeling because of our triggering. Okay, and then it makes us respond in certain ways that trigger someone else, and so on and so forth. So do the inner work. Pile number 3. You're learning this. You're experiencing this. There is some celebration to be had with the 4 of Wands here. Okay, celebration, fun, enjoyment. I feel like there is some celebration, but I feel like there's lessons that are needing to be learned. And this is all part of this transformation and listening to self in order to find the answers, do the healing, uncover what this treasure is. But I feel like the hidden sort of answers here is hidden in the subconscious. And once you find that, it frees you. Okay, it frees you. So I don't feel like you want to be defensive. I feel like you want to go explore this, but you don't want to be hurt. And that makes complete sense. So allow yourself to lean in on your intuition and discern what you're doing in order for you to gain a different sort of experience rather than one that maybe you've experienced in the past. But there's a need to be very clear and honest, okay, or what we're telling ourselves. So pile 3, this is what I have for you guys. I hope this helped. I love you very, very much, and I will see you soon. Bye.